Hey everybody, welcome to Did You Hear About This? I'm Bill.
I am Scott.
What do you want to talk about today?
I don't know, man. Pretty laid back for me here recently, so I don't got a whole lot going on.
That's good, because I got all sorts of bullshit going on. I got my mailbox run over the other day.
Dude, your property is just like under attack by elements, by a driver?
Yeah.
A driver? Okay. What? You have a target on you or something?
I must. We finally got the tree removed, that giant tree, that giant hickory tree that fell. It took forever to get removed, and now I got a squashed fence that I got to deal with.
I was surprised the tree was gone, to be honest.
Really?
Was the insurance company involved at all, or was this all out of your pocket?
The insurance company came through.
No shit.
Yeah, they gave us $7,500 to get everything, straightened out, and the tree removal was only $1,500.
Oh.
So the rest of that goes to a fence, maybe fixing a window. I kind of might just fix that window myself. And maybe fixing some tiles. I apparently had some scraped tiles, but I don't know if I need to roof tiles. I don't know if I need to replace those just because they're scraped.
What's wrong with this window?
It's just popped out a little bit. It was never that great a window to begin with, and it's in the garage.
Oh, okay.
And we never touch it. We never open it. So I figure if we just kind of pop it back into place and hammer it with a few nails, it'll rig it well enough so that it'll keep the breeze out. It's about all it's good for.
I was thinking of a window repair, and I was thinking of your technical abilities, your self-admitted technical abilities or lack thereof, and I thought, just spend the money, Bill.
I usually do.
It's a garage, though, so I'm okay with it being a garage window.
I was thinking about this the other day because my friend was making fun of me that I don't do work around the house. I'm like, wait a minute, I did own 2 houses where I did all the work. Now I'm just lazy. Now I'm just lazy in my old age.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. How much is the fence going to cost to repair?
I don't know. They haven't gotten back to us. Everybody's so slow to respond.
Yeah.
It's such a slow-moving week. And I got a colonoscopy on Tuesday. They're fun, man. Have you had one yet?
Yeah, you're being invaded from all sides.
I know. I need a break. I got a vacation coming up in August, but it needs to get here sooner.
I thought about you this past week. Every single night, it was a crazy storm that came through right around 5, 6 o'clock at night. And I was like, man, Bill's PTSD with this tree has got to be through the fucking roof.
Dude, my anxiety was high.
I just figured you were like in the fetal position down here in the basement, rocking back and forth.
I'm just praying.
Yeah.
I'm just like, please, let's not have a repeat of last or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it has been really ugly out here.
Yeah. I hit rain driving to the beach last week after our recording.
How'd that go? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you do?
Went to the beach, obviously. Sat out. We did take the Cape May Lewis ferry over to Lewis, Delaware, and kicked around Delaware a little bit on Saturday. That was fun. Did some historical shit over there. Grabbed some lunch.
What's historical shit? Like, your time was so great, it's historical.
No. Like, we went into some historic buildings and learned about, so the Delaware River, because of the silt from manufacturing in Philadelphia and because of, shifting sandbars and stuff like that, since the 1800s, there had to be a program called the pilot program where any boat over 100,000 ton or whatever has to have this pilot boat go with it. So we were in the house of the original pilot boat captains, and we were in a couple different museums. So historic shit like that.
All right. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Are you a history buff?
Yeah.
I could care less, and I wish I cared more.
Those who don't remember their history are bound to repeat it. And we're doing that right now.
Oh, yeah? How so?
I'm not getting political, but we're heading down the wrong path.
Yeah, well, I got a Trump story that I was going to bring up today that's based on something he said with Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read this story?
I did. I did. I mean, I'll just say this. It feels as though for somebody that wants to be FDR, he's following very much more in the shoes of Calvin Coolidge. And during the Depression-era presidents, he's going the wrong way.
I don't know anything about what you talked about there.
Fine.
I was horrible at history. So bad. Ex-presidents, I know nothing about them.
Yeah.
I just do not have a memory to retain that kind of stuff. And I'm sure when they were teaching that to me in school, I was just, I just didn't pay any attention. And I feel bad. I want to know that stuff. But I just, maybe one day as I get older, I'll go and, down a history rabbit hole and start falling in love with history.
You think so?
I don't, but but I think I should. I should fucking know American history at least.
Well, again, bound to repeat it.
Yeah.
Well, I also did some other fun things. I watched some interesting things on television. I caught Jaws at 50, that documentary about the making of Jaws.
Where was it airing?
I caught it on Hulu,
Okay.
but maybe Peacock is where it originally came out. I don't know. But I watched it on Hulu last night. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing that I didn't already know or hear or read someplace else before, but I'll say it wasn't pointless. It was nice to go back and revisit that stuff that, even though it was a repeat, it was always fun to go back and see Jaws. Like I said, I watch it every year, so it was, something to go back to.
Do you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd check it out because a lot of the stuff some people may not know.
Yeah.
Like, it gave Steven Spielberg PTSD. The making of Jaws gave him PTSD to the point where he would go on the Backlot Studios tour in Universal Studios Hollywood and sit in the cabin of the Orca and just cry.
Really?
Years after it was a blockbuster success, like the trauma that he experienced. It was supposed to be shot over 45 days, maybe 50 days. And because of the difficulties of shooting at sea, it went over like 100 days. So he was like millions of dollars over budget. He thought it was going to be the last movie he ever was able to make.
Yeah, he's lucky that was such a hit.
I know.
He is so lucky. But it was good. He's not lucky. It was a great movie. He did a great job.
It was a great movie.
He needed the time to cook it.
Yeah. And you had the usual interviews in there. You had like old videos of Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw's son is in it. Richard Dreyfuss is in there, but they're old interviews of Richard Dreyfuss. They're not like brand new cutting edge interviews of Richard Dreyfuss. There is a newer interview with Spielberg in there. But there was like weird people throwing in their 2 cents, like Cameron Crowe's in there and Emily Blunt's throwing her 2 cents in because it was her favorite movie. I was like, what do I care?
Yeah.
Jordan Peele was in there. James Cameron was in there.
What a random hodgepodge of celebrities.
It was odd. Steven Soderbergh was in there throwing his 2 cents. Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah.
Soderbergh.
Something like that. He was in there. All big fans. There was no critics of the movie. I don't think there's much to critique.
Yeah, really.
It's good.
It's great.
But that was good. I also went back and watched 2 old ones. I watched Better Off Dead with John Cusack.
Oh, really?
I did. And our buddy from Nickelodeon, Dan Snyder was in there. And I also watched History of the World Part 1. Remember how you said you didn't like History of the World Part 2?
Right.
Yeah, going back, I don't think I cared for History of the World Part 1 that much.
Yeah, I barely remember it. I've seen it here and there, pieces of it.
It was like a full-length motion picture sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Like there was no through line. And typical Mel Brooks, the ending was just like, okay, we're going to do this now. It ended like in just as absurdly as a way as what Blazing Saddles ended with a fight through the sound studio.
Oh, really?
It wasn't a fight through the sound studio, but it was like breaking the third wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gregory Hines comes to save the day for those that didn't see it.
Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's right. Wasn't he the eunuch or something? Wasn't there a scene where he had to pretend to be a eunuch?
Yeah.
I remember being a kid going, what's a eunuch?
Yeah, I know. I remember that too, back when I was in like 8th grade.
I've been watching a lot of the footage from that. I don't know if you heard about the Black Sabbath concert.
Yeah, they all came back for Black Sabbath's last concert or something like that.
I think it was last Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm just like going through YouTube. I'm bored on Saturday, and I started to see in my feed all these handheld clips of people who were at the show. There was a live feed going, but it was like a Live Aid. It was like a giant show. There must have been 20 bands there.
Really? Like a full festival?
Full festival. It was packed, and it was amazing. Let me see if I can remember the bands that were there. It was Pantera was there, Metallica was there, Alice in Chains was there, Black Sabbath was there, Ozzy Osbourne was there. He was in a chair the whole time. He couldn't stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a band called Hailstorm. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I heard the name, but I don't know any other stuff.
When I was doing music in Philadelphia, it was like 1998, 1999, Hailstorm was a band that was in the area, and I would see them all the time. And I always thought, what a dumb name, Hailstorm. The singer's name is Lizzie Hale.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's a real name or a stage name, but they named the band after that, I guess, Hailstorm. I'm like, I will not like this band Hailstorm. And they got huge. I mean, they're a huge band. I saw Anthrax was there. Did I say Pantera?
Yeah.
And then they had they had a bunch of songs that were just bringing all kinds of different people in. right? So all of a sudden, Sammy Hagar is singing with.
So this is like a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tribute thing where they come in and sit in and do a song or two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. And all of a sudden, Steven Tyler comes out.
Really?
And I thought he was never going to sing again. I heard he had vocal problems.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Really?
Just incredible. The whole thing was incredible. Guns N' Roses played.
Was Queens of the Stone Age there?
No,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
see them.
All right.
Damn. Yeah, you just got to go and look for yourself and check it out. There was just so much stuff, so much content just pushed out in one day.
So is it truly the end of Black Sabbath, or will Black Sabbath now do something without Ozzy Osbourne?
I don't know.
Or is there a Black Sabbath without Ozzy Osbourne?
Who knows? No, I mean, there was once. There was Black Sabbath with Dio.
You're right.
But I think they're done. I mean, I got to be honest. They look pretty fucking tired.
This was the last hurrah?
I think so.
All right.
mean, Ozzy's pretty, he's got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't imagine he wants to do any more of this.
No, I think he's definitely done. I don't think he physically could do it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Not until they clone him.
My favorite guitar player, Nuno Betancourt from Extreme, he was all over. He was in a lot of songs.
Really?
Because he's probably the only one who was there who could actually play Randy Rhoads stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. It's a great concert. Highly recommend it. Go on YouTube. You can find it. It was streaming from something called backtothebeginning.com. You had to pay for it.
Okay.
But people are bootlegging it now. So people took the live feed and just popped it up on YouTube. So if you can get the live feed, like the pro
Actual
shot
recording.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just sounds awesome.
Wow.
What a great day of music.
Wow. Where was this taking place at?
In Birmingham. So it wasn't even
England.
here. It was in England.
Okay.
Yeah.
First thing I thought was Alabama.
Birmingham,
I was like,
Alabama.
No way, that's right. I was like, wait, hold on.
The capital of heavy metal in America.
So probably not Birmingham, but Birmingham.
Birmingham. Hello. Well, do you want to get into the news stories I got for us today?
Yeah, we might as well. This is a rare Sunday morning recording, so I'm still just drinking my coffee and waking up here.
Yeah, it still feels early. It's 11 a.m. It still feels fucking
I know.
early.
I woke up at 9:30. I was like, how is it 9:30 already?
Well, here's a thing I got. I thought was pretty funny from Collider. 10 movies that are likely to bomb in the second half of 2025.
This feels right in our wheelhouse.
A nice negative headline. I
Yeah.
went right to it. I was like, oh, let me see. I can go through these pretty quick. Number 10, Silent Night, Deadly Night. They're remaking,
They're remaking that?
Yeah, yeah. The dumb horror movie from the 80s. It's already been remade before. They're going to try that again.
Wow.
So they called that one out as being a bomb.
They've been doing a lot of Christmas movie horror genre things lately. There was that one with, what's his name from Stranger Things? Red Guardian? Santa's sleigh, was it?
What's that guy's name? I almost said Billy Bob Thornton. No, it's not Billy.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what was that fucking movie? That came and went. It was like a violent Santa movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
There's a lot of
But
things
that was
come
really
up.
Santa. This is a guy just dressed as.
Right.
Yeah. How about The Smashing Machine? Have you heard of this one?
No.
A biopic or documentary, still unclear, about a famed MMA fighter seems smart. MMA and true crime are hot. The Saddle brothers are undeniably talented. And the concept of Dwayne Johnson in a serious role is intriguing. So it's this story about some MMA guy. Dwayne Johnson just puts on makeup to look like this MMA guy. I mean, obviously, you guys listening can't see it, but look at this picture. That's The Rock.
Oh.
So he's putting on a ton of makeup to look like this fighter.
We call that whiteface?
Is that whiteface? I guess it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they think that's going to bomb. I also think it's going to bomb. I think people are tired of The Rock.
I was just going to say, I think the main reason that thing may not have long legs is just because of Dwayne The Rock Johnson being involved with it.
Yeah, The Smashing Machine, releasing October 3rd. Here's one called Honey Don't, directed by Ethan Coen. I think the Coen brothers are a little bit done. I don't know. They think that's going to bomb.
What's that about?
Honey Don't is the upcoming second installment in Joel Coen's so-called lesbian B-movie trilogy, coming in the wake of the quirky but middling Drive-Away Dolls. I don't even know these movies.
Okay, that has no chance of being good. It's a sequel to one you never heard of part one? What are we talking about here?
It says here, it's a pity the Coen brothers aren't directing together, at least for now, as they're definitely better as a team.
Yeah.
Here's one called One Battle After Another, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. He's kind of a renowned director.
Yeah.
The title screams war epic, but the marketing is whispering something else, confusion.
What's it about? Or what's it called, I mean?
One battle after another.
One battle after another.
It has a incredibly strong cast, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and Regina Hall, and someone named Alana Haim, or Haim. Supposedly it'll be a dark comedy. Yeah, I don't know.
Why wouldn't those things do well? I mean, those are great actors. Although, let me tell you, I watched something else this past week as well. Have you seen Bullet Train with Brad Pitt?
No.
Yeah, don't.
Yes, you know what? I did see part of it. Yeah. I saw the beginning of it, and I was bored.
Okay, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
There were some funny parts, but I'm just like, where is this going?
Bullet Train. I totally do remember that.
He was a hitman?
Yeah. I saw some of it.
7 other hitmen on the train. The only reason I bring that movie up is because you hear these movies with star-studded cast, and you think, well, how could that fail? And I was about ready to ask, well, why would that not do well? Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, and Sean Penn. And then I'm thinking, oh, yeah, Bullet Train. That's how it can not do well.
I mean, there's so many movies now that you never heard of that have a star-studded cast. I don't think celebrities are bringing the audiences like they used to.
Definitely not. I mean, that had in Brad Pitt, that had Sandra Bullock. Michael Shannon was in that. Not that Michael Shannon's that caliber, but he was in everything for a while there.
Yeah. Yeah, I barely remember the movie.
Yeah.
Here's one called Song Sung Blue. This is right up your alley.
Is this a biopic?
This Neil Diamond-inspired musical biopic is already walking a tightrope. It's based on the lives of a scrappy Milwaukee couple who find local success as a Neil Diamond tribute act. Stars Kate Hudson, Hugh Jackman, and Michael Imperioli.
Yeah, he was from Sopranos.
Okay. Is anybody caring about Kate Hudson anymore?
I don't know.
Hugh Jackman still has some heat, I guess, as Wolverine, but I don't know.
It's a musical. A musical biopic.
A musical biopic.
About Neil Diamond. Or a Neil Diamond tribute. Not even Neil Diamond. A Neil Diamond tribute band.
Yeah, so you knew the title and said that's a Neil Diamond song. That's how you figured it out.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a Neil Diamond song.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Neil Diamond. How about Tron Ares?
Yeah, I saw this advertised. I mean, this is a story where... So Tron was always about us going into the computer world, and now this is almost... Sounds kind of Matrix-y, where like the computer world's going to come out into the real world now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're going the other way with Tron. This is being put out by Disney, though. Disney owns the Tron license.
Stars Jared Leto.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. That is the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson of this movie.
Evan Peters is in it. I like him. You know who that is?
I'm drawing a blank.
He was in Horror Story, American Horror Story.
Yep, I know who he is.
Yeah, I'm not really a Tron guy, so I don't care about that. Here's a movie called Hamnet. Not Hamlet, Hamnet. Based on Maggie O'Farrell's acclaimed novel about Shakespeare's son, Hamnet.
What?
Yeah. Those kind of movies never do well.
No.
Right? I mean, when's the last time you heard about a Shakespeare movie do it well?
Shakespeare in Love was good.
Shakespeare in Love, that might be the only one.
And Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, right?
That's true. That did well. That was popular in the 90s.
Didn't Denzel Washington just do like Othello?
I don't know.
See, they don't do that great.
Hamnet. Here's one, The Roses, directed by Jay Roach. Do you know who he is? He does a lot of the comedies. He works with Will Ferrell, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I know War of the Roses. That was good.
Well, there you go. Jay Roach's latest effort will be a remake of the fantastic 1989 movie The War of the Roses, starring Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
And Danny DeVito. The cast is killer. Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman, Andy Samberg, Kate McKinnon, Allison Janney, and Ncuti Gatwa, who I don't know. I don't know either.
This could be the kind of darkly funny movie that gets swallowed by tonal inconsistency. Black comedies live or die on the edge, and The War of the Roses may wind up soft around the middle, it says.
Yeah, I could see that.
How about Eddington? You see trailers for this yet? I've actually seen trailers for this.
What is it?
A new Ari Aster movie is a cause for excitement, but also a little concern. The man is a legend and has already given us 2 masterpieces, but Beau is Afraid was a little too strange for its own good and made a huge loss at the box office. The upcoming Eddington, an action comedy, could be another case of Astor's oddness overshadowing his genius. It's got Joaquin Phoenix in it. I finally said his name right.
Hey, look at you.
Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Austin Butler.
I mean, those are big names, but what was this guy's other movies?
Yeah, this thing called Beau is Afraid, and didn't say what the others are.
Okay. So it sounds like it might be too smart for its own good. I mean, a lot of times smart movies like that, especially with those actors in it, it's not having broad appeal.
Yeah, right.
More art house kind of thing, you know?
And then our last one on the list, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Looking at it, it's got...
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were describing it.
No.
Okay.
I like when the title's already the description of the movie. Stars Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie, Lily Rabe, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the woman from the last Indiana Jones?
Yep.
She was in that Fleabag show. I remember kind of liking that.
Yeah.
With a title like this, the film sets itself up for either triumph or total humiliation. Yeah, I don't even want to read the rest of it. It seems boring. Everything on this list seems boring.
I mean, that's the thing with this list. It's not really making any hot claims here. No hot takes. Like, this is all pretty safe things to poke at for being not good because we haven't even heard of them.
Right.
Most of them.
And they're coming out soon. Everything I read, I mean, there's not much time left in 2025, and I haven't seen a trailer for anything but Eddington.
Yeah, they're not doing a great big publicity push right now.
I wonder why. You know, do they think the stars are enough to bring people in and they don't have to spend the money on marketing?
Yeah, I think those days are long in our rear view that stars are driving box office.
Yeah. Well, there's a list of future bombs for 2025.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything good coming out the rest of this year?
I don't know. Are you excited for Fantastic Four?
No.
It's the only thing I know coming out. Superman just came out. Everybody's either loving it or hating it. It's impossible to tell what the vibe is on this movie. Critics are all over the place.
I don't know. For every person that says this is terrible and listless and an awful foundation to build a new DCU on, and James Gunn dropped the ball, the people were like defending it to the end. So I don't know where's the reality?
It's divisive.
I guess I have to see it for myself. Maybe that's what they're going for here.
Makes me want to see it. Now I want to see it for myself too. I'm not going to go to the theater for this one. You know, it takes a lot to get me to. It takes Spider-Man to get me to the theater.
I mean, yeah, it's divisive, but I feel like the divisiveness is just marketing in and of itself that makes you want to feel like you're getting FOMO for not seeing it, making your own decision and bullshit like that. But I know, based on what they presented to me in previews, that I'm not excited for this. And if I actually bid for this and went to the theater to go see it just to see, oh, maybe it's better than what the previews made me think, it's going to be exactly what I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to be pissed off.
Yeah, I don't want you pissed off.
Yeah.
Actually, it ties in with a story I have here. Talking about James Gunn. James Gunn is building this new DCU, right? James Gunn says each DCU movie from Superman to Clayface and Sergeant Rock to Supergirl will be totally different, just like how DC Comics work.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to me. I was thinking about that a little bit. Marvel's doing that to some degree. All of a sudden they put out Thor, which was almost like a slapstick comedy. Yeah, the Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But can you be, and he goes on to talk about Clayface being like a body horror movie. Like it's going to be a hardcore body horror movie.
Yeah. Like The Substance.
Yeah. And I understand how comic books do that, but they're constantly pushing out comics.
There's a new one every week.
There's a new one every week. There's new ones every week. There's not one. There's always things going on. So I understand why those are totally different. But if you're only putting out a couple movies every few years,
right,
it feels odd that Superman would be in the world of Clayface, a body horror. Like it just, I don't know. I think you need to keep some sort of thread of uniformity throughout these movies.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna. He's gonna make every single one completely different.
And I have to say, in listening to past shows and listening to our episodes and playback and things like that, I'm not rooting for DCU to fail. I'm just talking about the fact that it has historically consistently failed and not done anything great. So I don't want James Gunn to be shit. He's just following in the the trail of the history that was put before him with this new DCU thing. So I say all this to say that, okay, I like your idea. I can appreciate your idea. But the problem, to your point, there's not the amount of substance coming out. You know what I mean? There's not, it's not as prolific as a art form, movies. But beyond that, when you bought comic books as a kid, you bought the Spider-Mans. Maybe you bought a Punisher here and there, but you weren't buying every single different flavor. You were in your what you liked. So now we're going back to like Star Wars, where it's like, okay, well now this one's going to be like more like a kid's show. This one's not for you. Don't have to watch this one. Now you're picking and choosing. It's right where I'm back at with MCU now.
You said it right, flavor. Yeah, when I was buying comics, I was buying the flavor I liked.
Yeah,
there were a lot of comics that were too hardcore or too out of the area that I liked that I totally avoided.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm afraid of what they're going to be doing. If they're making body horror superhero movies, I don't really want to see that.
Like, I'm thinking of friends that I grew up with. It was like, oh, one kid bought all the Sandman comics, but then like maybe another kid was into anime, but they weren't reading the same shit. And it all was coming out from the same publishers, but you have your niche. And like, if you're a superhero niche, maybe do that. But maybe that's what we're tired of. I don't know.
Stay in your lane. It's okay to stay in your lane if it works.
Yeah.
You don't have to be radical and try all sorts of new shit and alienate your audience, your core audience.
Yes. That's who your business. That's who's giving you bad publicity. That's who review bombs you. The people that care.
Yeah. Right. Maybe they care maybe too much.
That's right. To a fault.
All right, let's get this story out of the way because I teased it earlier. This was in CNN. Trump says he's considering revoking Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship, reigniting decade-long feud. So this was fascinating to me because I remember when he wasn't president, when he was more of like the Howard Stern type. He was trying to be crazy. He was on Howard Stern all the time saying things. He and her had this crazy feud.
Oh, yeah.
And to read that it's still coming up, that he's talking about denaturalizing her, I think that's the right word, because of something she said, or it's just like, holy shit, is this real life? This is really happening.
Yeah, Rosie's been living in Ireland for a long time now.
Yeah.
For years. And she was critical about the flooding in Texas and the slow response to the flooding in Texas. And now this is the threat that comes back from the White House.
I didn't know that's okay.
Yeah.
So President Donald Trump reignited, said on his Truth Social, because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interest of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America. She wrote back, I knew after reading Project 2025 that if Trump got in, it was time for me and my non-binary child to leave the country, she told CNN's Wolf Blitzer and Pamela Brown. I have no regrets. Not a day has gone by that I thought it was a wrong decision. I was welcomed with open arms. And then she says, you want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead and try King Joffrey with a tangerine spray tan. I'm not yours to silence. I never was. So good response. But crazy. This is really happening. This is our president saying shit like this. Insanity.
Did I mention that social media has ruined civility?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's so much to blame social media for. And we're so addicted to it as a country. I'm not. I'm barely on it. I know you're not on it really at all.
Nope.
And I feel better being off it.
Yeah.
The only real social media I'm on is Instagram once in a while and LinkedIn. I do a lot of work with LinkedIn.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But man, it's crazy. Social media has just absorbed everybody's attention just way too much. They're addicted to it.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to be heard. I like people that are quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I thought that was interesting only because it tied into some old pop culture shit, some old feuds that I used to like, but it's just weird hearing it now.
You know, I think that whole feud came up on Howard Stern show.
I think so too.
I think they were both calling in and yelling and fighting, and Howard was just there stirring the pot like he always fucking does.
I remember Howard used to call her Pumpkinhead.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
Jesus, we were mean back then. Well, he was mean. I wasn't so mean.
You were tuning in for it.
But I was there for it. I was there for it. All right, moving on. How about Chuck E. Cheese is still trying to stay in business, launched arcades.
Yeah.
They're launching a bunch of arcades.
Adult-themed arcades, though. Like, they're like arcades for adults. I think they launched like 13 of them across the country.
Are you interested in that? Would you go to one? I think I would.
I'm good for an arcade.
You were just at the shore. The beach, the boardwalk always had arcades. Are they active? Are people in those arcades?
Yeah, but like the arcades now, I mean, there's a few good games and things like that, but they're all about claw machines. And like they still have skee ball and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as like just like good arcade games, like going to button mash like an X-Men game or a Simpsons game or something like that, that's kind of few and far between.
I was watching a YouTube thing about virtual pinball. I guess that's starting to get big, where you go to an arcade and there's a big pinball system there, and you can toggle through what game you want, and they're emulations of past games, so you can play, pinball games that you love virtually. And it looks, at least through this YouTube video, it looks amazing. Like it looks like real, actual pinball.
Yeah, but like the physics of an actual pinball machine, like that's where pinball's at. I'm a big pinball fan.
I am too.
Yeah.
But this thing will have a vibration system underneath, so it will feel like a real pinball game. And I looked at this video and I'm like, there's no way this is going to look real. And it looked real. Like it looked awfully good.
Yeah, but I'm picturing like any kind of video pinball. Like even going back to like Nintendo Entertainment System's video pinball. Like the physics just aren't there for an actual ball rolling down a board and hitting bumpers and hitting targets and stuff. It's just not the same thing.
If you get a chance,
I'm watching this.
Go watch this video and see if it can change your mind, because I was pretty impressed. And I love playing pinball. Like I can't imagine that this virtual idea would work, but it kind of looks like it might be working. And it's great that you could just now, as a arcade owner, just have a case, and then you could walk up to the, I don't know what to call it, the machine, right? The
cabinet.
There you go, cabinet. That's the word.
That's the one.
I said case.
Dummy.
But just walk up to a cabinet and go, all right, do I want to play Addams Family, or do I want to play, Medieval Madness? And it's all there. Like that makes a lot of sense to an arcade owner.
Addams Family pissed me off with the magnets right before the flippers. That was such a shitty, cheap game, man. Midway came out with a 50th anniversary Jaws pinball table.
Yeah, I heard that. That's actually their new offering for the year.
Yep.
That's cool.
And their existing Jaws table was really good. So I don't know if it was just a riff on that or if they did a whole new table. Yeah. I don't know.
But going back to Chuck E. Cheese, like they're trying to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know that arcades are that big anymore.
Like Dave and Buster's went to shit, right?
I haven't been to a Dave and Buster's. I don't even know they're still around. You could have told me they went out of business. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We have the Works here. Jenna had the kids over at the Works this past Thursday because it was Cora's birthday. And they were playing games, but it's all about getting tickets and then using your tickets to cash in for junk toys and stuff like that.
I hate that. I don't use...
But I don't think that's what the arcade... See, to me, that's not an arcade. That's like a game room. But like an arcade is like... I love it when a bar, like a good bar, has 5 different pinball tables to play.
Have you ever gone to a barcade?
I've been to one once.
Yeah. I think I went to one in Vegas. Yeah, it was in Vegas.
There's one in Fishtown.
Years ago.
There's one in Fishtown here in Philly.
We should go.
There's one in Lancaster. It's not a barcade. It's a place called Silver Ball Saloon. It's like just a pinball arcade bar in Lancaster.
We should totally go to that. That sounds fun.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah. But I don't think kids want that. I don't think millennials, Gen Zers, I don't think they care about any of that shit.
You know what the biggest video game right now is? Part of Roblox, apparently. It's a game called Grow a Garden, and they plant seeds. It's like, why is this popular? I don't get kids. I don't get modern day video games. I don't know what an arcade would attract them.
I know sometimes when I go through the list of games when I'm finally like, all right, I want to sit down and play a game, I go onto PlayStation Plus or whatever it's called. Yeah, they got like farming simulators. And
yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Man, you know what? Give me 5 pinball machines. Give me a air hockey table. Maybe a pool table, billiards table. That's a full arcade to me.
I used to get so excited going to the arcade at the boardwalk just to see what was new, see what was exciting. And yeah, you're right. Every time I go into an arcade now, it's claw machines and skee ball and all the stuff I avoided as a kid and still avoid as an adult.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Shooting the basketball hoop.
I'll play a little air hockey here and there.
Yeah, but that's fun. I mean, that's like against a buddy. That's something fun to do. It's interactive.
I'd always hit those fucking pucks too hard. They fly out and sorry. Hits a guy standing there at the pinball machine.
You know what? Darts are a good thing that have gone away. You don't see darts a lot in bar rooms anymore. At least not here in the States.
Yeah, you don't see darts.
Even soft tip darts you don't see anymore.
Probably too many drunken accidents.
Yeah, but they're soft tip darts. I mean, I guess you can still take an eye out, but still.
All right. Well, to keep us moving, because I got to edit this the same day as we record it. You sent this one over from the New York Post. Rock band with more than 1 million Spotify listeners reveals it's entirely AI generated down to the musicians themselves. So last episode, we talked about this.
This is a different band, though.
It's a different band. This is the band I should have brought up. I brought up an outlaw country artist.
Yeah.
This is the one that really
okay.
got the most press. And yeah, I mean, I remember when this article first hit, I looked at the pictures of this band and went, oh, that's completely AI generated.
Yeah.
And I liked that the guy who posted all of this. No, it's real. It's all real. Bullshit. It looked fake. It sounds fake. Yeah, the shit's just taking over.
Yeah, it was classic AI artwork with like 6 fingers and like a hand morphed into the neck of a guitar or a bass. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the big story of the week. Velvet Sundown,
that's what it was. And like so much of their shit was like ripped off of Doors lyrics, and I was reading through the article and it was like, oh, this is a complete ripoff. This is an AI thing that took other popular songs and repackaged it as a 60s sounding rock band.
Yeah. AI slop.
It's exactly what it was.
That's what we're calling it. It says here, the faux rock stars were also pumping out new albums scarily and inhumanly fast, releasing 2 in June alone and another set for mid-July.
Yeah, 3 albums in 2 months.
It's all because you go to Sudo and you say, give me a song that sounds like a 60s, hippie band, and boom, it'll give you a full album. All you got to do is upload it. It takes minutes. Go to ChatGPT and say, give me a picture of this band, give 2 guys long hair, make one of them bald, and put glasses on the 4th guy, and boom, you got your band. I mean, it takes minutes to do this.
That's the formula, huh?
That's it. And these guys made $1 million. Meanwhile, there's somebody's making money on the Spotify royalties.
Sure.
Yeah. He probably hates that he got caught. He's like, shit, there goes the end of this.
Well, you said there's that other company that can actually see what software made the song.
Right.
So...
yeah, I guess they outed that one outlaw singer.
Yeah.
But I think just listening to this stuff.
What kind of world do we live in where that kind of software is even needed? That's so fucking stupid.
It's true. But you can listen to this stuff and go, that just sounds just not normal. It just doesn't sound like it has soul.
No soul.
Yeah.
That's what I said last week.
But people are still listening to it. And the reason this got big, the way that Spotify works is they have some tracks in like Discover Weekly. And if you end up putting that song into your playlist, it tickles the algorithm to say, this song's popular, show it to more people in their Discover Weekly.
Yeah.
So it's easy you got to be lucky and good and have enough, quality that people want to be dragging these things into their playlists. But the fact that people are okay with this and saying this AI shit sounds good, is real to me, I'm going to add it into my playlist. That's what's scaring me. Like the stuff that has no soul, it's not good. People just don't care.
Right.
People don't care that it has no soul.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
This reminds me, I fell for a clickbait article on YouTube yesterday. It was one of those Mojo articles where it's like the top 30 most controversial copyright songs, where one song copied another or stole their lyrics or their beat and stuff. And I was watching it with Jenna, and she was like, do you think you're just not going to get caught? And I was like, well, it's funny. They come after these artists, and these artists have to come out with like what they think about it. But in most of these cases, these artists weren't the writer of the song. It was somebody in some kind of corporate office. So before ChatGPT, there were just like writing rooms that just like rip shit off all the time.
I think I've seen that. What was it, Mojo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that episode.
I'm sure.
Where it was like they had Coldplay stole from one other person, and then Joe Satriani jumps in.
He's like, hey, hold on, guys.
You all stole from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I saw that
That's exactly the one.
Well, let's wrap it up with one more. We have not talked about Diddy. We haven't talked about Diddy at all. This whole trial is over.
It's disappointing. This guy's not going to spend any time in jail.
Oh, he's in jail now.
No more time in jail. He basically got off of all the big charges.
Pretty much. So I'll read this. It says, Sean Diddy Combs gets standing ovation from inmates after court victory, his lawyer says. Did you read this story?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. So Sean Diddy Combs from the AP News got a standing ovation from fellow inmates when the music mogul returned to jail after winning acquittals on potential life in prison charges, providing what his lawyers say may have been the best thing he could do for black incarcerated men in America. Quote, they all said, we never get to see anyone who beats the government, attorney Mark Agdafilo told the Associated Press in a weekend interview days after a jury acquitted Combs of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges. Combs, 55, remains in jail at a federal lockup in Brooklyn after his conviction Wednesday on prostitution-related charges, which could put him in prison for several more years. Any sentence will include credit for time already served. So far, that's been about 10 months. Yeah, I'll pause there. Yeah. So we thought there was going to be so much scandal, so much stuff coming out from this, and really it did not turn into that kind of circus that we all thought it was going to be at about this point. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this was very lackluster of a court case.
Remember we were thinking celebrities were leaving America trying to hide from this? Remember all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to all that?
There was a lot more stuff in there about like reported underage sex stuff and all that, but those charges were never brought.
So can more charges be brought if they're different charges than what, he's been in trouble for?
But why wouldn't they bring him now?
But why wouldn't they bring him now? Right.
I don't get it, man.
I'm so confused.
Because, I mean, if more charges come out later, the optics of it are, oh, this is just a witch hunt because they didn't get him on the first stuff. This is like Al Capone type shit.
Right. Yeah. I was blown away. It's like, it's over. Like, I can't believe it's over. I was hardly paying any attention to it, but I thought this thing would be going on all year.
Yep. Yeah. Over already. That was the last story?
That was the last story.
All right. Well, I'm no financial advisor or anything like that, but in light of this news, I'm going to invest heavily in baby oil. Because all the shit that he was stockpiling, that's all Exhibit A.
Yeah, there's so much more here that's just not coming out.
I know.
Oh well. I love drama. I didn't get as much drama out of that story as I thought I was going to get.
I think it was hyped up too much from the get-go.
A lot of speculation.
But it all started with like the invasion, the kicking in of doors and the subpoenas and the court orders to seize property. And it happened in like 3 of his properties simultaneously, or at least 2 of his properties simultaneously, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. And it was, you're under arrest and there's all these charges and there's all this evidence and here's what we got and you're staying in jail. And it was like all this big overblown stuff and this great big, Michael Bay type show going on. And it ends with like a bad version of Law and Order.
Yeah. That's very well put.
Yeah. I mean, it started in one genre and ended in another.
Yeah.
So you know what, James Gunn? Don't do it.
James Gunn.
Well, he's the one that's talking about doing DC that way, starting in one genre and ending in another. I'm tying it back to that.
Great job. Well done. Well done.
Well, that's my thoughts. I won't go on any longer. You have to edit this and get this out by tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Tell a friend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Dummy.